Hey everyone, I'm Mine, and this is set number 71029, LEGO Minifigure Series 21 from the Collectible Minifigures theme. This is all 12 figures in the newest Collectible Minifigure series. That may sound odd, 12 minifigures. This newest series actually only has 12 rather than the usual 16. I opened an entire box of this series, which if you want to see, you can click the card in the top right corner. And that box was sent to me by the LEGO group through the LEGO Ambassador Network, but all opinions expressed in this video are my own. This video I'll be reviewing all 12 figures that come in this minifigure series. Obviously these are sold in individual packets, so you may get one or many figures. I'm going to go through each figure included in this series one by one and give my thoughts. Before I get started, I'd like to ask you to please press like on this video and subscribe if you're new. I just did reviews of all 5 of the new 10th anniversary Ninjago Legacy sets coming in January, and now I'm doing a review of this brand new minifigure series coming in January. And there's a ton of more fun reviews and videos coming after this too, so you want to stay tuned for that. And liking and subscribing really helps support the channel, so if you would do so, I would greatly appreciate it. But with that out of the way, let's get on to the review. So here are the first 4 minifigures included in this series. We have the Paddle Surfer, the Violin Kid, the Shipwreck Survivor, and the Ladybug Girl. We'll start here with the Paddle Surfer. She's interesting. She's got a lot of accessories, as you can see. She's got this printed surfboard piece right here. She's got the paddle, obviously, and then she also comes with this dolphin. The dolphin is perhaps the most interesting part of this figure. Personally, it doesn't interest me too much because there was a dolphin in the LEGO Batman movie series 2, and I got 2 of the figure that it came with, so I already have plenty of dolphins, and I don't know, I don't have a lot of scenarios where I could really use dolphins, so this feels a little repetitive to me. However, if you didn't have that figure, or you didn't get any of that series, I could see why this is definitely really exciting. It's a really cool looking animal mold. I believe this is a new color for it too. It's in this sand blue instead of the bright blue that it was in the LEGO Batman movie series. It's got this printed eye right here, and you can attach it to studs by its tail, or it has some anti-studs underneath it. A very cool and fun animal mold. It's just one that doesn't interest me personally all too much, but I can see why it is interesting. Putting it aside though, I'm able to move in a little closer so you can get a better look at these minifigures. The Paddle Surfer herself, I'm very mixed on. You can see she's got this accessory, this printed surfboard right here. It's a nice print, but we've gotten so many different printed surfboards over the year that this just doesn't really feel like much to me. I can see how if you don't have a surfboard piece, how this is exciting, but surfboard pieces come on a lot of minifigures and they always come with prints, so this isn't that new or exciting. And same with the paddle, that's not very new of a piece. Removing those though, I do like her face print. She's got a pretty cool face print that is quite useful as just a general civilian figure. I like this hair hat combo of the blue hat with the blonde ponytail coming out. That's pretty cool. She's got a blue life vest. I'm not sure the life vest has come in that color before, but it's still nice to get. And then removing that life vest, here's what the figure looks like underneath. She's got this little shirt on with a picture of a dolphin on it. I really like that torso print. She's got the black arms, and then you can see she's got shorts here. Or I guess they're supposed to be swim trunks, by the way. I really like those. That's my favorite part of this figure is those dual molded shorts, swim trunks piece, because we don't get shorts a ton for minifigures. So seeing just standard black shorts here in such an affordable set is really nice. I think I'm going to use those for a custom climber Cole from Ninjago. I think that would work pretty well. And then removing her hat, you can see a better look at her face print. She's got the high eyebrows and that wide smile. I think that's a very good face print. And then turning around, you can see her back torso print's got a little symbol in pink. It's the same symbol that is on the surfboard, which is pretty cool consistency. And then her alternate face just has sunglasses on. Initially, I was pretty critical of this figure, but honestly, I think it's a fairly good one. Torso and head are fairly simple, but you get a new dual molded, well, the piece isn't new, but the colors are new with this dual molded hat hair combo with a little printed symbol on the top. You get a printed surfboard. Well, it's not that exciting to me. It's still nice to get. But the biggest thing is the dolphin. I think I was just negative about this figure because I already have dolphins, but this is a very big piece, and that combined with everything else and the dual molded pants, I do think this figure is worth the new increased $5. Next here we have the Violin Kid. I really like this figure. I just really don't like the price. You're going to hear me talk about the price of these guys a lot, and I know you guys make fun of me in the comments for being so critical of the new $5 price point, but I do think it's a bit ridiculous to charge $5 for a minifigure, and if you're going to charge that much, at least make the quality worth it. And I think this is a very good minifigure, but he's a very simple minifigure. The one exciting part about him is this new violin piece right here. This is a smaller version of the guitar piece. I mean that it uses the same sort of connectors. It's got a minifigure bar right there, and it's got a bar underneath for him to hold it. Obviously a violin and guitar are 2 very different things, but that's an awesome new piece. I really like that. However, they're essentially just charging $5 for that piece and that piece alone because there's really nothing else about this figure that is all too exceptional. It looks good, don't get me wrong. This is one of my favorite figures of the series, but it is probably one of the worst in terms of value. There's that violin piece up close if you're curious what it looks like. There's it from the side, there's it from the back. You can see it's got that bar coming out so you can hold it from the back. And then the Violin Kid himself, he's got this new jacket print. It looks good, but as I said, very simple, and the white is a little faded. It's not as vibrant as it should be, which does feel pretty lame for a $5 minifigure to have I don't know, misprinted white on it, but I do like the green jacket design with the undershirt. Hair is Cole's original hair from Ninjago. It's a super common hair piece, so that's just nothing. I love that face print. It's not often we get like closed eyes face prints, but this one's very good. It could be used as sleeping, but it also could be used as focusing, like it's used here. And it looks really good for this kid, but it can also be used for just like pretty much any figure. Yeah, I really, really like how they did that. And then turning him around, you can see he's got an alternate face where he's sort of like surprised, confused, and then he's got like the jacket, hoodie on the back. Very good figure. Like, don't get me wrong, I love this figure. I just think there's nothing about this that is worth $5. If they charge $3 for this guy, I'd say excellent, great, like get this pack. But $5 is so much to charge for like a new torso print and one new piece. Like there's nothing much there. Like she has the dual molded legs, she's got the dual molded hair hat combo, she's got the dolphin. He just has a violin piece. Like that's just not much. Next, here's the Shipwreck Survivor. This is one of my favorites of the series. He's another one where I feel like he actually is worth the price. He has this cool new hermit crab mold right here. The hermit crab itself is a new piece, though the shell is not. Removing the shell, you can see he just has a bar on his back, and he's just got those two eye stalks and little like claws coming down. This is super cute, feels very Lego-like, and it fits onto a stud very well. But yeah, I really, really like how this guy's designed. Very fun, and I'm very happy it's included with this guy. But even without the hermit crab, this is a very good figure. He's got a bottle piece with the new like message in a bottle print, which is very cute, and it fits like the idea of the figure. I like how he's got like the shirtless torso with like a necklace with a shell on it. He's also got a printed arm with like an anchor on it to represent a tattoo. That's pretty cool. I like his shorts. Again, two different figures with shorts in the series. Obviously, these are more like pristine shorts, while these are more like tattered, but they both work very well as just general shorts. So that's very, very cool to get. And then he's got the like Belobo from Ninjago hairpiece, which is very uncommon. It does come in Belobo this wave, but previously it had been very uncommon. So it's cool to get that here. And then if you remove that, you can see this face underneath, which is also a pretty good face and works even without the hair. I think I'm going to swap out my Belobo's face for that one because it actually fits Belobo a lot better than the one that comes in the set, which is pretty funny. And there he is in the back. No alternate face, unfortunately. There's no reason for him not to have an alternate face because it is covered, so that is a little disappointing. But back torso print's good, and you can see how the legs are dual molded there. And then here we have the Ladybug girl. I'm not a huge fan of like the animal costume suits, but she is like a decent looking one. I like these little printed like Ladybug tile pieces. Those are very cute. It only is supposed to come with one, but it does come with an extra piece, so that's why she's holding two here. With those removed, though, you can see how she's got like this little polka dot torso, and it continues into her legs. She's got like the Collectible Minifigure series bee head on top of her, except this time it's molded in red with black printing instead of the yellow. And she has this new like Ladybug wing piece. Those are pretty cool. It's a pretty cool new piece. However, it's just like not very useful outside the context of this figure. So as a whole, the figure's just alright. It's just not for me, I guess. There's what her face print looks like with like the hat removed. It's an alright face. It's just not very useful. And there's her alternate face, which has like a wide smile. I'm actually just noticing now these legs are dual molded. Turning this back around, this black is printed, not the red. That's actually very interesting. I've never seen them do something like that before. Usually the more predominant color is like the actual piece, so you'd expect it to be black with red printing. But they did it the other way around. And actually, that makes me like this figure a little bit more because that looks a lot better than just printing the red. So that's quite cool that they did that. But yeah, still, this figure's not really my taste, so it doesn't do much for me. However, I can respect that it is well done. Here are the next four in the series. We have Pug Costume Guy, Centaur Warrior, Beekeeper, and Ancient Warrior. Pug Costume Guy is very similar to Ladybug Girl in that he's just not really for me. I'm not a big fan of the costume characters. The new like pug like hat mold thing is pretty funny looking. Like it doesn't look like a pug. It's very recognizable, so that is cool. He's got a face print of his tongue sticking out, which makes me feel a little uncomfortable, but okay, that's what it is. And then he's got like a little bib on his torso, and that's pretty much the only printing he has. And then he has mid legs. It's cool to get mid legs because mid legs are still not super common, with little like paws printed on the bottom. And then turning him around, you can see he's got a little tail on the back, and then that bib continues around the back. But this guy feels very basic. He's another one of the figures which I just think is just not worth the price. Like for $5, he feels a little too simple to me. The accessory is just his bone in blue. It's cool to get that in blue. I don't think we've gotten that in that blue color before. However, there's just nothing else here. So personally, this guy's just not worth it in my opinion. He's also just not my taste. However, he's not even like the quality of the Ladybug Girl. He just feels a little too simple in my eyes. Hat removed, there's what his full like face print looks like. I don't think it's very useful outside the context of this figure. And there's his alternate face with his tongue sticking out. That one's a little cute, but it's just still, again, not very useful. Centaur Warrior is a great figure. Like, I love this one. I don't have the Centaur pieces from the Harry Potter theme before, so this is very cool to get. But yeah, they did a great job with her here. I love that face print. Like, even outside the context of that figure, that's an awesome face print with, like, the brown eyebrows and the freckles. It's a lot of, like, facial features we don't get on minifigures very often. So it does make her face feel very unique, and you can use that on, like, a lot of different, like, minifigures. Excellent torso print too. I like this little leaf right here, and it just feels like very like naturey, very like nature aesthetic. She's got arm printing on both arms too. You can see one right there and the other right there, which looks very cool, and it's just like very detailed. And again, the Centaur body looks amazing. You got the 4 legs, you got this tail which is printed, which is super cool. I didn't even know like this had printing on it, which just makes this like all the more like high quality. She has a basic bow, a quiver, and a red apple. The red apples are slightly uncommon, like the green apples are more common, however, there has been red apples in multiple sets. And the bow and the quiver aren't uncommon, but it's still nice to have them here. I feel like this figure, again, is worth the $5. This one definitely feels high quality to me. There's a better look at her face print with her hair removed. There's a better look at her sidearm printing. And there's her alternate face, quite similar, but with a wider smile. Again, very good and very useful, like outside the context of this minifigure. Next up is the Beekeeper, and I really like this one. One of my favorites of the series. I like his new like dual molded mask hat piece with this like trans black right here combined with the white. It looks super cool. It feels like just like a Beekeeper's like mask should look, which is absolutely perfect. It's got this little printed tile right here of some honeycomb with some bees on it. That's very cute. And then he comes with like a beekeeping can right here. This was like a big conversation piece when these figures were revealed. The fact that this isn't a new piece. This is just an upside down mug with like one of the DC superheroes like display pieces on top of it. Personally, that never bothered me, because I thought, oh, it's really creative part usage, and it still looks very good. However, having it in hand, it does bother me a little bit more than I thought. And that's just because these two pieces are different colors. I don't know why they chose to make them different colors. The mug is in like a silver, while this is just in a standard gray. If they made them both silver or both gray, like this would look a lot more cohesive, and it would look like one part. However, like this, it's very clear that these are two separate parts, and that makes this feel a lot more like a mug than a can. So I was very disappointed to learn that these were just two different colored parts. Like, I don't know why they chose to do it like that. Just the same color looks so much nicer. But that aside, I still really like this figure other than that. Removing accessories, you can better look at him. He's got this really nice looking face print. It just looks like a very sweet old man, which is just nice to get. His torso just has like a little honey logo and then a little bit of like honey dripping from it. Very subtle and simple side leg printing, but it looks quite good. It's on the other side too. And then the back torso has folds in it, and then he has his alternate face where he's sort of like licking his lips. He's a quite good figure. I really just mostly like the beekeeping outfit, but the face print is very good too. And I like the printed like honeycomb tile. I could see collecting a lot of those to make a full beehive, and that would be pretty cool. I am a bit disappointed by the beekeeping can, but at least like the silver mug, I guess, is a cool piece to get. But as a whole, yeah, I like this figure more than I dislike him, and I would say he is worth the $5. The Ancient Warrior here is genuinely just awesome. I was not very excited for this figure, but my friend Matthew from the Woke Group podcast was. However, having it in hand, I could see why he was like excited for it, because this guy looks great. He's got this like lion headdress on, which is like a really elaborate new mold with printing all over. You got blue right there, some like cheetah spots right there. You've got these like bright blue eyes, then you have like these red bits in the back. And there's like printing on every surface of this figure: face, torso, legs, side arms, and it's like very detailed all over. Yeah, like the little cheetah spots all over on the torso and on the arms and on the legs. He's got this red and blue color scheme, which looks super cool. He also has this brand new weapon mold of like this sword. It feels very ancient and very cool looking. It's one I'm very happy to have. It's still molded in black and like a brown color. And he's got this brand new print for a shield with like this dark red and this blue on it. And that printing is very sharp, like sharper than most prints, surprisingly. And it looks incredible. Accessories removed, and better look at how much printing is really on this figure. Like, you can see his sidearm is covered in tattoos, and he's got like little bracelets on the end. Same with over here, and the side leg is also covered in printing. Like, so much detail and so much printing all over this figure. He's so cool. Face print is excellent too. It's actually kind of funny how he just sort of looks happy and friendly here, because it doesn't really fit his aesthetic, but I actually really like that. But turning him around, you can see like the more expected angry face, and the back torso print continues the same aesthetic with like the blue and the red, and then like the black, like cheetah print. Such a cool figure, like genuinely so amazing. And then here are the final 4 figures in this series: Airplane Girl, Space Police Guy, Alien, and the Cabaret Singer. If you watch my unboxing in this series, you will know Airplane Girl is my least favorite figure in the series, and that has not changed. I really just don't like this figure. There's just nothing here for me. This like airplane attachment is cool, I guess, but it's just useless to me. I can't imagine a single scenario where I'd be using it for anything. It's got the spinning propeller at the front, which you could spin by yourself, which I guess is kind of cool. Yeah, that's just like a sort of useless accessory to me. I'm not going to do anything with it. It just feels kind of pointless. But I mean, like, obviously, like, the Ladybug girl, like, her wings are kind of a useless accessory to me, but I can at least appreciate that they're kind of cool, and the rest of the figure has some cool parts to it. But without the airplane, this figure is absolutely nothing. Because with the airplane removed, this torso is like the most basic of the basic. I guess if you're like really into planes and like piloting, like this could be an alright pilot torso for like a different minifigure, but yeah, it just doesn't look great. It feels so simple, and again, I'm gonna say it, they're charging $5 for these. This does not feel like $5. And then turning her around, you can see her back torso print, which has like a wheel on it. Okay back torso print, but again, it just feels bland and generic. She's just got standard short legs without prints, because they never have prints. However, it's just like bland, uninteresting. I have plenty of those. Face print, it just doesn't feel that interesting. It feels like generic little girl with like a little scuff mark on her face. And then the hair piece has come in plenty of things before. There's a better look at that face with the hair removed. And there's her alternate face. Again, it just feels like generic little girl with a little scuff mark on her face. The figure also comes with this pilot's helmet right here. This is just like the old helmet piece that's been coming in sets for like decades at this point. With like these goggles and like this brownish tannish color. The goggles may be new in that color, I'm not positive, but even if they are, like that's not enough for me to like say this figure is good. It feels generic in so many ways. The plain piece is uninteresting to me, and even if the goggles are a new color of goggles is not enough for me to say, oh yeah, this figure's worth it. See, I just unfortunately don't have much to say redeeming about this one. I'm just not a fan. Next, we have the Space Police guy. First thing I notice about him is he has so many accessories. He has 4 total. He has the handcuffs in black. I believe that's a new color for them, which is super cool. I've never seen them in that color before. We got them in dark gray with the last Harry Potter minifigure series, so it's cool to see we're getting the handcuffs in different colors now because they definitely could use it, and it makes, like, I don't know, it creates some variation. He's got the shield right here that says police. And then on his back, he's got this little baton with like a little light on top of it, and then this like space gun. I do like this guy because I'm a big fan of Space Police 3. It was a theme back in like 2008 that I collected when I was very young. So it's cool to see them harkening back to Space Police. This isn't very much like what those Space Police figures were, which is unfortunate. It's taking Space Police in a literal sense, like they made a policeman with a space aesthetic. While the Space Police sets of the past were just sort of like spacemen who served the role of police. So I wish they'd lean more into the space and less into the police here. However, I still do like that we're getting a Space Police figure. This armor piece is kind of cool. It's got the like classic space logo printed on it, and then the helmet has a police logo printed on it, and you can like move the visor up and down like that. Armor and helmet removed, and you better look at this guy. You can see the torso. The torso feels like much more space-like than the rest of the figure does because he feels very police, but like this, he feels very space-like. I'm not a fan of that face print. I think they're trying to go for like an updated version of the classic smiley face here. But it just feels a little awkward and weird for me. He also has dual molded legs, which I haven't mentioned yet. Those are quite cool. I always appreciate when we get dual molded legs. And then turning him around, you can see his back torso print, which just says police, and it's got some black and white detailing. And then his alternate face right here, which I like a lot more than his front face. I noticed this face looks sort of like Lloyd's original design from Ninjago, his pre-movie design after he became older. The eyebrows are a little thinner than Lloyd's, but it does look quite similar to him. So this is kind of cool in that sense that you have like an alternate face for Lloyd if you want one. But as a whole, like, I'm very mixed on this guy. I think he is definitely one that's worth the $5, because, I mean, he just comes with so much. 4 accessories, an armor piece, a helmet. But I don't like him as much as I wish I would, because, I mean, I really like Space Police, but this guy just feels a little lackluster to me. What doesn't feel lackluster, though, is this next one, this alien guy. He's literally just called Alien by the minifigure series. This guy looks so cool. He's got 2 accessories. He's got the crowbar piece in gunmetal gray. I'm not sure if that's a new color for that piece, but either way, it's still cool to get in the color. And then he's got, like, Chi in trans blue. Haven't seen the Chi come in sets since Chima, so that's kind of interesting to see. With those removed, though, you can better look at the figure himself. I really like this new head mold for him. It's very elaborate. You see he's got, like, printing all over. He's got black eyes, the dark green back here. He's got this black mask, which I believe is, it's molded in black, and then he's got some black printing for these spikes on his back here. You can see he has side leg printing and side arm printing, both in like multiple colors. Like this is black and silver. This is black and silver as well. And you can see that's a little better if I like shine it in the light. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. Front of his torso looks good too. It really just looks like a space jumpsuit, right? It's orange like a jumpsuit, but you have like all these like wires and connectors connecting to his little mask up here. And you can see that side printing is on the other arm and leg too. And there's his back torso print. You can see he's got like 2 canisters coming out, more silver printing. This guy looks really cool. One of my favorite figures of this series. I really, really like him. I like whenever they do like fun and creative like alien designs, and this is definitely one of them. He feels so fun, so creative. I really like this guy. I also like how these two go hand in hand with each other, right? This is the Space Policeman and this is the alien prisoner. And then the final figure of the series is the Cabaret girl. I was not excited for this figure at all, but having it in hand, this might be one of my favorites of the series, which is kind of shocking. I mainly love the colors and the sparkles on this one. The colors are super unique. Purple and then like this blue color that's not used super frequently. It's the blue that was used on the Downtown Diner, I believe. But it's a rare color to see like LEGO in general in, but especially a rare color to see a minifigure in, so that's pretty cool. I love this elaborate headdress piece with the dual molded in that blue and that purple, plus it's got like the silver sparkle printing on it. The face print is excellent. She's got like this eyeshadow that's all like blue and purple, and then she's got these metallic blue lips. She's also got like little sparkles by her eyebrows, and then her torso and legs are covered in sparkles. Those are so cool. And then you can see she's got like this sparkly cape piece that goes between her torso and legs. Genuinely just an amazing figure. This one's so good, and like, I don't know, I thought this was going to be like the Ladybug girl. I'm like, yeah, it's good, but not for me. But yeah, even though like, I don't know, this isn't the kind of aesthetic I'd expect myself to like, this is so well done, like genuinely. Her accessory is just the stand for a microphone, which admittedly is a little lame. However, with the headdress and the cape, I could kind of excuse that because she does have cool new parts in here. Headdress removing, and better look at that face print. Like, that's a really excellent face print. Genuinely like one of the best face prints in this entire series. Probably the best face print in this entire series, actually. And then turning her around, she's got an alternate face where she's singing, and you can see her back torso print where like some of her back is showing, and you can see more of that dress, again with those metallic sparkles in purple and just like silver. Such a good figure. Like, I am genuinely shocked how much I like this figure, but I'm so happy I do. So as a whole, I think I ended up liking this series a lot more than I expected to. There's definitely some stinkers, and by some stinkers I mostly mean the costume suits and the airplane girl. I really don't like that airplane girl figure, I'm sure I've expressed that enough. But yeah, most of the figures in the series have a lot of redeeming qualities, and I feel like most of them are worth the $5. The only ones that I'd say aren't are, I guess, the Pug Guy, the Airplane Girl, and the Violin Player. Because while Ladybug isn't my taste, she's definitely worth the $5. And while Violin Kid is an excellent figure, he's just way too simple to cost $5. But yeah, other than that, I think they all are very like high quality figures that justify that new higher price. So if LEGO creates more figures like that, I honestly won't be as upset about the new $5 price point anymore. I think my favorite figure of the series might honestly be the Cabaret singer, which is kind of shocking to me. I also really like the Ancient Warrior, the Beekeeper, the Shipwreck Survivor, and the Alien. I know that's a lot, but yeah, there is a lot of good figures in this series. My least favorite, obviously, is the Airplane Girl, but I've expressed that. But I'm curious to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know which figure is your favorite and which figure is your least favorite in this series. And let me know like if you're planning on picking any of these up when they come out on January 1st. But I think that's about going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed, please press like and subscribe if you're new. I do LEGO videos like this every single day, so if you subscribe, you'll be the first to see them. As I said at the beginning of this video, I have just done reviews of all 5 of the brand new Ninjago Legacy 10th anniversary sets. So if you want to check those out, you can go to my channel. But as for this video, I think I'm going to call it here. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!